Welcome to a new video, and this is a quick and short video. I'm not sure if it's a quick and short, but about the Huawei launch event from the 25th of September 2023. And I will give you a summary in English what has happened there at the launch event and why the Mate 60 Pro hasn't been announced yet or still, which is a bit of weird. Let's start with the tablet first, because Huawei was announcing today that there is a new tablet coming, and this is the tablet. As you can see, a huge tablet, 13.2 inch in size, and we have a notch there on the tablet, reminiscent probably of the Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra, but this one is a little bit bigger, I think, with 13 inch. I might be wrong, but you can see already that we have HarmonyOS running on this tablet, and it's a very interesting tablet with volume rockers there or volume rocker there and a power button there. We have this notch there that also has 3D face scan, so of course you can unlock your device with a secure 3D scan. And the interesting part about this tablet is, I think, here you can see MatePad Pro 13.2 inch. It's a Pro tablet, so it has all the Pro features. It has a 3:2 aspect ratio, just like the laptop or the screen from Huawei, which is quite interesting. And we have a very thin tablet here, 580 grams only and 5.5 millimeter, which is very thin compared to the iPad Pro 12.9 inch, which is a lot more in weight and in thickness. And here the display, it's an OLED display, very high resolution, 2880 by 1920 p3, and a very high contrast ratio. It's an OLED screen, of course, and we have 1000 nits of display brightness for such a large screen. This is very fantastic. I'm just looking at my Asus OLED ZenBook, which I think has only a quarter in terms of nits there. It supports HDR Vivid and 144 Hertz of display refresh rate, which is quite interesting. And we have also the comparison here with the HDR Vivid mode and the intelligent software in comparison to the iPad Pro that has like a little bit more shadows and a little bit blown out highlights there. This one can retain the highlights a bit better, and I think also the shadow area is a bit better there. So this is one thing that they make here. The other thing is like I said, free time of flight sensor on the front and a 16 megapixel front facing camera. Should be very good for video calls, and also 4K video recording shouldn't be an issue on this front facing camera there. And I think it's also ultra wide angle that you, or at least a wider angle that you can use. Talking about ultra wide angle, we have a 112-degree ultra wide angle on the back and a 13 megapixel main camera sensor that is roughly, I think, 27 millimeters is what Huawei usually does. As you can see here, there's a flash and there's a microphone on the back as well, so you can even use it for recording something if you want to in a decent quality. And then, which is very interesting, we have, for the first time, at least I didn't see it before, we have not only the pen here on the top of the MatePad Pro, but also a keyboard cover with touchpad. So you have the possibility to use this with a touchpad, which is quite interesting. And here you have also the brand new, actually not so new, I think a few years ago or a few months ago, they already announced the near-link communication, which is like a replacement of Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and probably I will do my own video about it, but this is now also supported in this tablet, which is quite interesting. And the first product that they will use for Nearlink is the Huawei M Pencil that will use Nearlink instead of Bluetooth, which is quite interesting because what Nearlink does and provide is very low latency that is like fantastic for drawing, so you get a really paper-like experience. It's even better than the iPads that have usually currently the lowest latency in terms of input via pen. But this new technology together with Nearlink provides even lower milliseconds of delays. Here you can see how this can be used. The touchpad now on the new keyboard cover can be used as a normal computer. You have all the touch gestures, like for example here, someone is using pinch to zoom into a photo, so you don't have to touch the screen necessarily if you have the keyboard with touchpad accessory attached to the device, which is quite interesting. Other gestures are also supported. I think there are new gestures coming also to the operating system, to HarmonyOS, just like for example free finger swipe up to go to the home screen or to the multitasking view. Such things will be implemented there as well. Otherwise, we have also very interesting new improvements into Wi-Fi. So they have improved Wi-Fi here in comparison also with the iPad Pro 12.9 inch. So 3.2 dB up in 2.4 gigahertz in terms of downlink, and uplink 7.5 dB, even higher than the iPad Pro. And in 5 gigahertz, it's 4.6 dB higher for the downlink, and the uplink 7.5 dB higher than the iPad Pro 12.9. So if you want to really fast download stuff or upload stuff there via the tablet, this is the way to go. This is very, very great. Also fantastic, I think, for the first time ever, they put a triple setup here in terms of speakers, which is quite interesting. Which provides you with louder and more bass kind of speakers here on the tablet itself. And the tablet also has spatial audio, of course, so Huawei sound is used here instead of Devialet sound, which I had before, Devialet. And now we have the spatial sound here on the tablet, which is provided by Huawei Sound and Smart Bass as well. And of course, all of this is HarmonyOS on top, which allows you to use or have experience just like on a PC. You can use your keyboard, you can use a touchpad, cloud connections, multiple windows, and also the connectivity of HarmonyOS with all its application widgets, connection to printers and super devices, and so on. And yeah, this is the new Huawei MatePad Pro 13.2 inch, very lightweight, big OLED screen, better connectivity in terms of Wi-Fi, 88 watts charging, a very cool new best-in-class speaker system currently, at least Huawei claims that this is best-in-class. New touch screen gestures, pen support with near-link communication support, which will not only allow you to use very low latency the pen with very low latency, but also in the future other products like headsets or mouse or mice, keyboards, and so on, peripherals basically. So besides the MatePad Pro, Huawei also was announcing a little late into the family of Mate 60 Pros. Mate 60 Pro was not officially announced here, also not on this launch event, which was a bit weird, but they were announcing a new Ultimate Edition, Ultimate Aesthetics they started with, and they are starting a new brand name because Porsche design is gone now, probably someone else will use it, and Huawei is now using their new brand name here, Ultimate Design, which is like the follow-up to the Porsche design that they had before. And the first in class is the new Huawei Mate 60 RS Ultimate Design Edition, and here you can see, I think it's a famous actor, correct me if I'm wrong, that's holding this Porsche design kind of thing. Let's go out here and I can show you in the My Huawei app probably a better picture of him here holding the device. It was so fast, he was talking and showing very emotionally why he wants something very good looking and business-like class. And here is it's directly basically the successor of the Porsche design because it looks exactly the same. I don't know anything about the specs because they didn't announce anything, which is quite weird here. So I did not talk about the Huawei Mate 60 series at all besides this Ultimate Edition where they were talking about design and so on. So this is a bit weird, I think. But yeah, this is the one so that you know that this is there as well. Then a new family member also to the Ultimate Design is a new Huawei watch in this like golden silver kind of look that was also worn here by the presenter. And yeah, we can see here the new design that is like black and gold kind of looking. think it's basically the same watch as the Huawei Watch 4, but now here with the Ultimate design. I'm not sure if it's the Ultimate edition there. And yeah, you can see the Ultimate, Huawei Watch Ultimate design it's called. And yeah, here you can see more of the details there. So I think special watch faces there, satellite, GPS probably, and then health rate. And of course you can dive with this as well if you want to. And they have a nice wristband as well there with a Huawei logo there that you can use. And here another shot of the device. Very nice indeed. Then Huawei is also not stopping at smartphones and smartwatches and tablets, but also other devices with huge screens. They started 2019 with some basic stuff and renewed it 2020 to 2023. And now we have a new complete experience with the new large tablet design at HarmonyOS and the new TV that they're announcing and the new design that they're having there. And this is the Huawei V5 Pro, a new television from Huawei that has ultra thin bezels, as you can see here. Sadly, this will never see the global market probably, but it's nevertheless very impressive what they have here. Huawei Sound again, so this is really a brand name now, Huawei Sound. And we have sensors. There's a camera sensor, there's a light sensor of course, and other sensors that can detect movement of people. And this is helpful because Huawei also offers like some applications, like sport activity applications that help you in front of your television perform some simple tasks or exercises, which is quite interesting, and they monitor you as well. Of course, it can also be used for conferencing calls and so on. I think that might be very popular as well. It's called Smart Bar, and it's looking like a reversed notch. They have a new CPU there that is like 200 times faster versus the 818. And versus another one here, also very, very fast. And I think what is quite interesting, they have an NPU there, because the NPU is there for optimizing the picture quality, for HDR, for movement, for specific content, like even older content, as you can here see Tom and Jerry. And yeah, this might be also very interesting to see how this will behave. The new Huawei V5 Pro has also a new remote control. You can see the remote control, ultra wideband it's using here as technology, and ultra experience they call it here, because this one has, like the LG televisions, the possibility to just simply move the cursor by using the control, and then a mouse pointer, basically a pointer will be then displayed on the screen to choose where you want to go. You can still use the wheel there and the 4-arrow navigation, but of course this is more intuitive and definitely faster to use. This television has 2000 nits. It's using micro LED technology, not micro LED, super mini LED they're using actually, and yeah, 2000 nits in terms of brightness, so it gets super bright, has deep blacks, which is quite interesting as well. Here you can see the Huawei Sound they added to the V5 Pro, which has in comparison to soundbar here, which is like also very expensive, better specs all over the place, which is quite interesting, and yeah, provides a very good sound quality. So this is the Huawei V5 Pro. So probably will not see it here in Europe or globally, but nevertheless I think quite interesting that they're showing something like this. Now, one thing that we definitely see in Europe, and I think next month already, is the Huawei FreeBuds Pro 3. They look a little bit like the older version, but they slimmed down the case by 4.5% and also the weight by 5%, so they seem to be lightweight, more lightweight and smaller. And of course they kept the same kind of FreeBuds Pro 2 controls that you can use to swipe up and down and pinch to do certain different actions there. Then they added a new ear tip there, so we have XS, the extra small ones. I think they before only had small, medium and large, so we have now an extra small one for your convenience, which is quite interesting as well, because they don't have like a round shape, slightly oval shape, so you cannot fit any ear tip with it easily. IP54 splash and water resistance, which is quite interesting. You can use it for sports, and I think even like maybe swimming, something like this, at least light swimming yeah, FreeBuds Pro 3 will come to the global market. We're also teased, I think, on the global launch event of the Huawei Watch GT4 a couple of weeks ago. And the most interesting feature about the Huawei FreeBuds Pro 3 is the possibility of good audio quality. So you know that we have LDAC as a codec that has 990 kilobits per second, usually the best in class bitrate that you can get for a Bluetooth audio device. And this is also, I think, supported with the Huawei FreeBuds Pro 2. And now the Pro 3 add a new CD quality-like ability to have 1.4 megabits per second via Bluetooth. So they probably really don't need a wire for this kind of thing. So CD quality via Bluetooth, in terms of, this is like revolutionary, because no one else is doing this right now with this technology. And you can see here they're using the new codec L2HC3 for this kind of thing. Here can you see a comparison also in terms of quality. So the Apple AirPods Pro 2, I think it is here, 320 kilobits per second. The Sony XM5s have 990 kilobits per second, so the LDAC. And Huawei FreeBuds Pro 3 have 1.5 megabits per second, which is like CD quality and is like, yeah, above all the competition there. Yeah, and we have the FreeBuds Pro 3 have also less latency, less distortion, which is quite interesting, and better connectivity than all the other devices, like 20% better connectivity there as well. And here you can see that they're using a new DSP that provides you with a better low latency and a better performance all over the place. I can show you maybe the translation, so it might be easier for you and for me. There's a translation of this one. There we go. So we have the strong anti-jamming capability for transmission 2 times. And here you can see minus 56 dB jamming of noises. And 20% longer indoor transmission distance, which is quite interesting. So when you're indoors, you can walk a lot more than with other competitors. And then we have the DSP, dual DSP architecture that they have here with the new Kirin A2 chip they put in there. So their own chip, improved HD audio experience. So down 25% in terms of delay, and resolution accuracy is 88% up. And what we have here also is the new dual driver setup. They had one in the FreeBuds Pro 2, but they have now a woofer powered with an increased 30%, which is quite impressive, I would say. And of course the tweeter as well, is it a balanced armature? I'm not sure that they're using here as tweeter. So we have a dynamic driver for sure, and I think it's a balanced armature. Maybe I'm wrong, you can write it in the comments as well. So dual unit, dual driver setup, the same as we had before, but bigger and better. And then we come to the microphones, which are quite interesting, because here we have a 4 microphone system for more sensitivity pickup, 2.5 times more pickup sensitivity. Not sure what they're comparing this with the older generation or Apple AirPods, I'm not sure. And we have the ear microphone. We have a bone conduction microphone, which is quite interesting, a secondary microphone for calls, and then the primary microphone for calls, which is quite interesting. So new quiet call clear two-way technology, multi-channel deep neural network algorithm is used for this, and this allows you to reduce the noises by 5 decibels, like for example ballroom, subway or airport noises that are in the background when you are in a call. And the windproof ability has been improved 80%, especially for beach or cycling, which is very interesting here. So this new technology, I can really say that the FreeBuds Pro 1 were very, very problematic in terms of noise, wind noises and so on. The 2 has been improved tremendously. And I think now with the new technology they learned, especially you can see it with the Huawei Mate 50 Pro already and the Mate 60 Pro, that they really improved their microphone system on the smartphone level. And I think they're also able then to put this into this headset or true wireless headset. Smart dynamic noise reduction without noise, 50% active noise reduction capacity is going up, 50% by things like in-flight, high-speed railways and so on, if you want to have noise cancelling, which is quite interesting. Also quite interesting, always problematic with the Huawei FreeBuds Pro and FreeBuds Pro 2 was the battery life. I think mere 4 hours with ANC on, even less. And then you can charge it like 3 to 4 times, that's it. Now they really improved it, 7 hours of headset life. I think this is without ANC. But they with the smaller case even and the more lightweight device there, and 33 hours in total battery life with the charging case. So that means like 7 hours and then 26 hours with the case. So there we go. That's the Huawei FreeBuds Pro 3. Very interesting. I think this device here, and I probably will get one. Ultra CD class lossless sound. This is Ultra CD. It's a CD class lossless sound that they will get here if this is working. I'm very, very sure that if it's working better than LDAC, because LDAC I always, no matter if I'm using a Sony phone or another phone, I always have, when I choose the highest quality, so the 990 kilobits per second, I have always some stutters with this one. No matter where I am, no matter where my smartphone is, there's always some little bit of stutter going on there. If Huawei really managed to beat them with 1.5 megabits per second without any stutters, this would be very, very awesome. In-depth commissioning of the chief tuner of central controversy of music. So someone was doing the tuning. It's not De Vialet anymore, but yeah, hopefully the tuning will be as good as the previous versions. And yeah, super sensory acoustic dual driver unit, triple real-time audio optimization, and HD spatial audio is also on board here. Kirin A2 chip, new quiet call for suppressing noises around you, and dynamic noise reduction, of course, 33 hours, strong battery life. HarmonyOS on board, and offline searching is also possible. So that means, like, I think the case has the possibility now to beep. So there has a little speaker built in, so it can beep, notify you about where your case is. And that's basically it. Not quite, because they also announced a new smart glasses. Will also not come to the global market, but it's quite interesting to have such a smart glasses. I can show you a picture of the smart glasses when I find them. There we go. These are the smart glasses. 2 versions exist, like this version and the other version. They're more rounded, and this is, I think, more rectangular. You can see the band is quite thick. There you can see there's all the technology inside here, and yeah, the technology inside. Let's talk about it as well when I find it. There we go. That's not it. There we go. The technology inside. So we have, of course, speakers and other sensors on board, double mic gold layout, and yeah, the Huawei smart glasses, sleek design, HarmonyOS 4 as well, IP54 speakers, I think, inside there. You can use the control, it's called Wisdom control, so double tap or long press. You can take calls. You have the possibility to use your voice for the Celia assistant. And yeah, there's a strong battery life, 11 hours of sustained listening. You can listen to podcasts and so on without anyone noticing that you're listening to something, at least if you're not in a very quiet room. Then we have HarmonyOS Next, also like teasing again, nothing really new that they're showing, but they're really saying it's coming. With native applications will launch a historic leap in the mobile application ecosystem, smoother, smarter and safer So they really plan something big with the next version of HarmonyOS. And that's it basically from the Huawei launch event. If you have some questions, comments and so on, write it down in the comment section. And yeah, why did I do this video? Because people asked me about the new MatePad Pro and about this and that. Give me specs, give me that, show me the launch event, or they just simply missed it because it was pretty early here in Europe. And yeah, in the United States probably in the night. So what do you think about the launch event? Are you a bit disappointed that we didn't see anything about the Huawei Mate 60 Pro and normal Mate 60 series? No specifications, no nothing. Also, I checked my phone. There's no secret software update that people were claiming that it will come today. So yeah, we will see what will happen. And just a small teaser of the Mate 60 Pro RS Ultimate Design Edition. I'm a bit disappointed there, I have to say, and why all the secrecy? I really don't know, but I'm really looking forward to the Huawei FreeBuds Pro 3 and will definitely give them a try when they come out. That's everything now for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Until the next time. Bye.